of the Khilafah state. And this conception of an international order eventually came under attack when a power came into the world that was more powerful than our power. Qarnain was the word used in Surah Al-Kahf. Qarnain. This qarn or this age, and this qarn or this age. When this qarn or this age emerged, a power emerged in the world. I have created creatures of mine so powerful that none but I can destroy them, says Allah in in Sahih Muslim. And so a power emerged in the world that we could not resist. That power came out of a Jewish-Christian alliance in Europe. That power created modern Western civilization. That power gave to the world a continuing scientific and technological revolution which delivered military power unsurpassed in history. But now power rests on foundations which are godless, and power is used to oppress. The objective, one of the main objectives of the use of power on foundations which are godless is to eventually liberate the Holy Land. Bring the Jews back to the Holy Land to reclaim it as their own. Restore a state of Israel in that Holy Land. Cause that Israel to become the ruling state in the world. And then allow a man to emerge who would rule Israel and from Jerusalem rule the world. 1400 years ago, Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam in the desert of Arabia described that man to us. He said he'll be a Jew. He said he'll be a young man. He'll be powerfully built. He will have curly hair. And when he rules the world from Jerusalem, he will say, I am the Messiah, Al-Masih. But he would not be the Messiah. He would be an impostor. He would be Dajjal, the false Messiah, who is known as the Antichrist. In order for Jerusalem to be eventually liberated, in order for the Holy Land to be liberated, Europe waged war for 1,000 years. They call it a jihad too, holy war. For 1,000 years. They were called the Crusades. In 1917, a British general, a man named Allenby, entered into Jerusalem with the British army, liberating Jerusalem finally. And guess what he said? As he entered Jerusalem, he said, today the Crusades have ended. The cat is out of the bag. A secular Britain was faithfully pursuing a holy war. Isn't it interesting? A secular Britain eventually was able to bring a holy war to a successful conclusion. But in order for that British army to not only enter Jerusalem, liberate the Holy Land, but also to do one more thing. to preside over the eventual emergence of a state of Israel. Remember, Britain ruled over Palestine from 1918 to 1948 for 30 years.